again, retaking the B site on Nuke, and they kill a ramp player, but it never gets commed across, and Perfecto's made to look like a fool, you know, thinking that the last man's still at ramp. So these communication problems, these hiccups, they can't afford to still be here for NAVI heading onto Overpass. This is a map that prior to Bit joining, they had nothing but problems on as well. Are we going to see those problems rear their ugly heads again? Or will NAVI be able to pick up the pieces? Let's find out. Let's get into the pistol round. It's nades, full util for Boomich. And so he's got some ideas in that big old brain of his.
He's got to put them to use right here, right now. B pop with a flashbang, ENCE get aggressive, but NAVI already leaned back. Electronic will go back in. It's just a trading of positions, and Spinks saves D his life, blind and jumping in the air. They can come out of connected door if they want, but NAVI don't like what they see at B. They want to keep it quiet. For now, Boomich still has these grenades to get them into the B bomb site, but first NAVI will clear con, make sure there's no way they can get insta backstabbed. Snappy has a kit, but we'll see how the hold does here on low. Only 2 players. Third coming in. Madden making that rotate happen at the right time. Spreading the util across NAVI right now. Perfecto goes for a heaven smoke on the traditional lineup. Spinks could even find him. Oh, it doesn't look like it's getting cleared. Perfecto goes to throw, and Spinks waits on the corner. Not checked. Perfecto recovers. Madden at the back of B drops 2 with the bomb. 4 on 2 now for ENCE. Dinked, but double peaked, and everyone dead on the side of NAVI. ENCE will start strong.
Uh-oh.
It's a 1 round.
I know it's 1 round, but you know all the NAVI fans are out in full force. They would have been watching and they would have been going, don't worry, by the time it gets around to Overpass, we'll be winning everything again. We'll remember what that feels like. And now, you know, you're going to start slow coming into this map. You don't really ever say in the matter. ENCE a chance to get these anti-ecos to establish themselves nice and early in the half. And mate, like even this round's a bit weird. Like Electronic and Simple throwing in money to get Deagle Tech 9 armor, but everyone else is eco with the intent to buy in the next round. So you're going to be in a weird place in that regard as well.
Less than ideal, but as you said just a moment ago, comms for NAVI haven't been the cleanest thing in this match already. Electronic gone, Simple as well, and now you wish you eco because all your armor is in the dirt. Hence freed up to frag out. But even then, no one's being too audacious. Keeping this round clean would be lovely for ENCE, as they know that NAVI will be coming in with guns in the follow-up. Well, actually, right now they may not. Right now they may think it's a full force. We'll have to see how NAVI spread their cash next round with this investment. Back down connector for NAVI. And short has been conceded. Well, ENCE took it once, now they just jump spot and wait. And NAVI don't even have a utility to commit into a bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, also the 2 players that bought are both dead, and so probably done. Like, probably a done round.
Safe call.
Don't want to be the one to tell you. You know, I would love to have that suspension of disbelief. And oh, can NAVI do it? They've only got a Deagle and a Tech 9, but this one should never happen. Not in a million years. Not in a trillion years, in fact. And so with this swing over at Monster, Boomich now removed. It's only Perfecto. He's got 15 seconds. Doesn't have the bomb. Has 19 or 18 points of health and is dead on the swing immediately. That's the 2-0 for ENCE, and it's a flawless one to get them there. I really want to know what the game plan's going to be here in terms of the money. I'm assuming now, they've bought, they've full committed, they are full sending. It's a Deagle for Simple, Mac 10 on Electronic, and then Galils for everyone else.
This is a mess. I agree. This is a mess. Like, it's one thing for some of NAVI to force last round, but I kind of hoped they would just eco this one again, right? And the other players go, don't do that again, Simple and Electronic, but instead they just get this weird and wacky buy. It might be something that ENCE aren't expecting, but already with util going in, that makes it so blindingly clear, and ENCE back all the way up to the bomb site. They show some face in mid, and now they've left, so reaggression elsewhere. Meanwhile, Snappy takes water. Huge pressure on these rifles to perform as a a dead man as Snappy sits above the railing. 5-on-4 taken by the Danish in-game leader. And NAVI crawl up connector. and clear middle. But this is all allowed by ENCE, who sit back on a boost. A nice little gimmick to get an early warning on this A site. And also, surely a free kill. This is not a common check. Navi should just lose whoever walks around this corner first. And while Boomich barrel was spotted, they don't know just yet. Sorry, not Boomich, it was Bit, but Boomich is dead instead. Bomb dropped in middle, and there's Bit getting sprayed down by Hades. Converts a lovely transfer. It's a 4-on-2. Perfecto does find a kill down con side, but that is it right now for Navi. They're even getting chased. The confidence is flowing. ENCE, they shouldn't even be here. This series should be over already. So the fact that they're even in a third map against the best in the world has freed them up to do exactly what they want to do. Keep that pressure high. Never let Navi get back in, and Perfecto doesn't get a chance to start.
And you know, this is where, like, if you're Snappy and you've just seen that buy, right? He's very, very tenured. He's very, very experienced. He's played versus the likes of Simple before. You know, everyone's studying this team as to how to beat them. You know, they're meant to be this kind of immortal god. And right now, ENCE have come out, you know, stake through the heart. They're fully researched. And Snappy, I think, is aware that Navi are in their heads. You know, like that investment in round 3 is really ugly. And don't get me wrong, ENCE still had to win the round, so props to them, but they've kind of been given a way into this game in a very, very big way by Natas Vincia as a result of these overzealous purchases, we'll call them. And Snappy's going to recognize that, and he's going to tell everyone, look, we're in their heads, man. They don't like that they're losing to us, so let's keep that pressure on. Let's keep wrecking them, shall we? And especially for some newer faces to the world stages, you know, guys like Hades, guys like Spinks, all of that is only going to help when your IGL's egging you on to be as confident as you want versus the best in the world. It's only going to spur you on to do better.
Yeah, and it would have been easy to write off ENCE in this series, considering even their wins in the group stage, you know, they weren't against like the
play-ins rather.
Oh, yeah, play-ins rather. We are in the groups now. Weren't against, you know, the best teams in the tournament. They beat Tropic, pretty nice win, and they also took down Godsend. So, you know, we didn't have this eye test on ENCE to be the world beaters right now. Oh, Spinks, it's a fantastic spray. He's going to try ace it. 4,
come on,
running out of ammo. 3, 2, 1, and he's dead. Nice try, but a beautiful 4K anyway to surely put ENCE on a 4th round. No chance for Perfecto yet again, and this is it. 4-0 rebuy for Navi, but there is nothing stopping ENCE right now.
All right, Simple's finally got an AWP, and unlike that first rifle round, there's no more caveats on this one. You've got everything you possibly need. AWP on Simple, full utility on everyone else. AKs, no Galils in sight, and that's just how we like it. Snappy gonna go ahead and dump that monster smoke in early, leaning pretty strong up towards the A side of the map, and trusting the B site to a double hold. Hades looking to get activated with his AWP. It's a late peek into middle. It's Spinks watching for a fountain swing, and Hades, his responsibility, gonna fall on the park. He's scoped up back here. Gets spotted on that jump, and so they're going to very quickly dismantle this. Meanwhile, down outside of B, Boomich has opened up the round with a bit of smoke spam. Nothing really ENCE could have done about that. They do need to try to recuperate, and Perfecto, that's a wonderful spray. Finds himself a double down in con, and Hades has got to start falling back. Needs to play around this site, because for all he knows, they could be in it. They could be up short. He's going to have to move in swiftly. That's why we see him lobbing these flashes. No information. Meanwhile, Navi are moving their way down towards B. Diha, the sole defender at the B bomb site, gonna need a huge round out of him. Hades has moved in to supplement this B hold, but with Diha dead right away, Hades might be left holding on to this AWP into the next round.
Yeah, Perfecto and Boomich have absolutely saved this gun round for Navi. Simple Bit, Electronic all still sit on 0 kills apiece. And so it's the unusual suspects who give Navi the keys. On the board though, Hades is going to have to save, and even then that likelihood is low, with Perfecto and Boomich already spreading out to shut the round down, and Electronic is getting closer in the site as well. This might be Hades' best spot to save, but even then, he's going to have to fight for the AWP. Oh, so close. Oh, the timing. Oh, the timing indeed. Free round for Electronic there. Simple's already got the AWP, doesn't need to save it, but will deny that a factor for ENCE, at least for now. However, a 4-round lead means ENCE still have a bit of money, bit of pep in the step, and a bit of a buy in the follow-up. And that's what you're relying on for Perfecto. It's certainly not something you're going to get out of him every single round. As pretty as it was, Na'Vi need more.
Yeah, a little timeout now. You know, you wanna keep yourself in this kind of spot for as long as you can. You know, we've already kind of said, like, Snappy's the kind of guy who's going to realize, look, we've got them on the ropes. Mentally, they're not checked in right now, and they can get one past us, but let's not let them get two. Let's keep that pressure on. Let's keep them on the back foot. And so ready to run it back again. ENCE come into this with a plan. Very heavy set down towards B. Crossing in mid. Gonna be bit. Just lobbing some flashes over. Won't repel anyone from this position. And a boost up. They've heard this. Electronic is aware.
Oh, the molly. They re-jiggle the
Dude,
boost. That's going to push Electronic. Yeah, he smokes it. Very good call. But they know he's here right now, and there's nowhere to go with Madden pushing up. That comp player needs to get ready to trade and swing the door. He's shooting below the smoke. Electronic, how is he still alive right now? He doesn't even know. Madden is side by side. Electronic has not realized he's dead after this smoke. Bye-bye. I don't know how Madden didn't get hurt there. Maybe the comms are too heavy. Maybe there's too much util going in, but...
I think a part of you as well thinks that those shots probably came from the boosted player as opposed to someone creeping under you.
Perfect reaction from ENCE, though.
Up on the long side, NAVI are going to have to look for answers elsewhere. The long toilet's hoping to be where they could find a route back in. I tell you what, though, you've got a phenomenal anchor here in Spinks, and so they just up and leave. They're going to group outside of the B site. Perfecto, with the swing, is dinked right away. Spinks, not a man to be underestimated. He's been incredibly consistent throughout this series and is keeping it up here on map number 3. RV left with a bit of a desperation play into the B site. Electronic smoke dropped over towards Barrel, and Madden having a reposition because of the Molotov is forced out. Can't play around the smoke anymore. Snappy's naded, but still drops the bomb. And with so little time left, that could come to matter a hell of a lot. Perfecto doing whatever he can. 2 down in water, but he's dead to Snappy, and they still don't know about Madden here. Simple's left saving. There just isn't time to go for this clutch, to give it a try. And so ENCE, they wanted to keep Na'Vi down in the dumps. Well, it's a swift return to it as they come up with a 5th.
Dude, Na'Vi double naded Snappy there in the pit, and he lived on 13 health. Still got a double kill. Still stopped Na'Vi from getting space. And space is what they needed with 3 players in water there, pit side for ENCE. Na'Vi could never get a bomb plant on default. They would have got swung, spammed, you name it. And so they had to hunt those kills right into ENCE's, or the palm of ENCE's hand. Na'Vi have to now call a timeout. It has been a shaky day for the world's best. And this is not the time to start slow, although it's something that we've seen before from this roster and variations of it. Day 1 of the tournament, no warm-up from play-in. 5-1. All of these factors aside cannot take it away from ENCE. They have played phenomenal Counter-Strike in these last 2 maps so far. Had lots of ideas, not been tapered off on the CT side of Overpass, still been very proactive. Even look at how Madden kills Electronic in that round with a short aggression off the back of the molly setup. I'll be back to the drawing board, back to a buy round. Simple still AWPing, yet to kill. Electronic gonna go for quick water control, but smoke come down. Yes, someone else helps him out, and the flash goes over the top. This time, Na'Vi get that control for free, but will ENCE allow that, or do they want to respond? Electronic holds for a boost or a jump, and Simple tries to work the AWP. Oh, dear.
Oh, man. Ugly on the opener, and so much more follow-up damage. Even spam down to 2 HP is Electronic. Ooh, you think Monster's your little safe haven. It's not. Madden's gone through the smoke.
What? This is what I mean, though. ENCE are not playing like they're, you know, they're not the favorites. They are playing like this is their game. And right now it is. Pushing monster smokes in 4-on-4s. Confidence that we have not seen. The timing of that swing, though, for Spinks is right when Bit goes for the peak. He's equalized the playing field. Snappy's been good at calling these rotates, and he'll do it again. Madden begins to move back up. This time he even runs. Bit's going to hear that, but it's of no worry to NAVI. They are committed. 40 seconds while Con is open. NAVI don't want to go back into uncertain ground. They will have to execute onto A.
ENCE leaning back, and now they see the util coming over. That's going to trigger D-Head to get involved. He knows that even buying a couple of seconds can be enough, and the flashes have been good to slow it down, dear. Setting up Madden for a double. It's all left on to Perfecto. 1v3, and with so little time left, he's got 10 seconds. This A play, there's just not enough time, and that's before you take into account this double hold of D-Head and Madden that successfully repels NAVI. 6-1, and Madden not afraid to take risks if the situation calls for it. It certainly did here, and he fills that gap. He becomes the hero of ENCE in that round.
Yeah, to think his opening kill comes out monster, and then he closes it on the A site. NAVI is just pissed at that point. And, you know, we're coming back to, you talking about previous problems for NAVI, especially pre-Bit in this roster, where it felt like very one-dimensional, a lot of 20-second hits, which can be so difficult on Overpass to get away with, and, you know, not much faking either. Well, when ENCE have this much map control that they've been showing on the CT side with taking water so aggressively, oh my god, Hades, chill, bro, out of the Molotov. But that's a sign of the times. But yeah, with this kind of aggression, NAVI, they are going to get stifled. And those old problems rearing their head once again. 6-1, and sat back in toilets is this all yet to be seen by NAVI, as they didn't peek into their Molotov in middle. Bit needs this kill. Bit must get this kill, and he does. Spinks gone from long, and Hades will kill Boomich out from toilets. He's now trapped. He's going to play inside of the smoke. He's going to play through the smoke, and that's a bit bonkers, but he was on a timer anyway. However, now, not much time for ENCE to rotate. D has got to double up here at the end. Or this is a done deal. NAVI have broken their way into the site, relying on flanks of ENCE. With electronics gone back, he will die. But now NAVI, if they want, can play for CT spawn.
Still don't know.
What?
Oh, okay.
What?
Planting for toilets. It's very, very interesting, we'll say. Bit's going to go ahead and try to get it down on truck, but Madden's in with another. No one's looking at him. Oh, no one notices when the invisible man comes into the retake, and Simple, last man alive, is dead. Incredible retake for Madden. 4 kills, all of them from that wrap round, and it's 7 now for ENCE on the board.
I don't know what NAVI are doing. What's the plan? They just saw the flank. They had the truck control. They had everything. Simple's not covering it. Again, you can always put it down to a miscom, but Perfecto, even if that is a fake, even if he wasn't going through with it, he still tried to put the bomb down open to the flank with 0 cover. NAVI are ruffled. And Madden, the firepower piece that we haven't seen perform at the top of the board in this tournament yet, but he is showing that when it matters most. 14-1. Hades went 17-3 in the first half of Nuke. Madden's trying to one-up him.
And I mean, mate, on the flip side, you know, we're talking about all these players that are stepping up massively. You want to know a guy who normally does step up? Best in the world, apparently? Well, he's currently sat 0-6. Oh, it's ugly. It's scary. Simple, having a very rough time here. Not at all what you would have expected. You know, even if you felt very, very spurred on with ENCE dominating NAVI on Nuke, one thing's always consistent for NAVI, and that's that Simple's at least able to give you something, anything to work with. And right now, he can't even put a number on the board.
Also, a team that are very good at resetting, right? We know how good Blade is at getting these guys head back in the game when things are going rough, and it felt like NAVI tried to do that on Nuke with some timeouts, with some talks from Blade, but none of that mattered. At a certain point in Nuke, after a 12-3 and you lose pistol, you're thinking about that third map. But that's fine for NAVI. They could have relied a little bit on Overpass here, you would have thought. However, Counter-Strike has felt very CT-sided recently, as we all know, and ENCE are just leaning into that with more and more confidence, and For Navi, more and more frustration. Perfecto picked in Con thanks to a flash from the B site, and Navi, they'll flash themselves through Monster. Snappy is blinded by the top flash. I like the combo for Navi, and they clear the first man out. Beautiful entry work from Electronic. It's what Navi needed to win this round, but it might not be enough. Another bomb plant denied by Spinks on short side, and he doubles up. 0-7 for Simple now, and bye-bye! The site hit is gone, corrupted by ENCE, 8-1, and nothing can go wrong.
That was a 4-on-3 as Navi were moving in to plant the bomb. And it ends with 3 players surviving for ENCE in a matter of seconds. Oh, how the tune changed on that one. What is happening? What is going on with Navi and ENCE? I mean, I've got nothing but credit to give, man. This is so impressive. There's not a component that makes you worried at all on this ENCE side. It's like everyone's bringing their A game. Everyone's doing their job.
We've not even seen the CT AWP, which is the key piece of an overpass defense, pop off. Hades is fine, he's not a liability, but it has been, the calling on rotations for Snappy, the aggressive moves from Madden, Spinks in that round, anchoring down B from short, and just no fear for ENCE. And why would the fear instill now? They're going to have this confidence for the rest of the series. And that's terrifying for Navi again. Oh, D has got double molly. Is he going to save the second for the hit? Looks like it. Clears that corner, spots a con player, lines up perfectly, but not perfect enough. It's a very slow round for Navi. It's a good one to do it with Deagles, right? Hope that ENCE feed you now, but of course ENCE go from this hyper-aggressive style to now sitting back and relaxing until the point where they push the monster smoke. Don't get caught with your knives out, folks, because right there in the tunnel is Snappy, boosted up on the corner is Madden. He ain't getting cleared in a million years. Tells his team not to open up to this tunnel, and he gets flashed out, but he still drops off with the kill. Madden corded now. He's still out, tries to follow up, and Perfecto trades. Is there hope for Navi?
Flash is good, right? It keeps them away, and with so little time left, every second counts. Navi, the rotations are here. They've got to get past them, and they can't. Hades locks it in with that CT AWP, but it's 9-1 to ENCE. I can't believe the stats I'm having a look up here, but the most dominant loss that Navi have ever been handed on Overpass, right? I think stands at 16-8 or 8-16, or what am I even saying, mate? 7-16. That was a loss to Gambit in the last year, right? That's their most dominant one. If ENCE actually lend them their 2 biggest L's on these second and third map in the series, that is incredible. That's like, that's more than an upset. That's one step further.
Yeah, you still have some hope that Navi are going to wake up at some point, but with every round that drips dry, every play that gets made, you lose a little more faith. Bit still gets that long pick. A stronger start to this round of 5-on-4. Did Navi just want to go back and commit to B off the entry kill? If they do, ENCE will figure out sooner rather than later. It's a little awkward right now because while Snappy's playing A, because there's a double long setup, ENCE are pushing up. So they still have to consider the timing of short. And so Hades will. This is a great change. Snappy drops lower and Spinks is just freed up to commit here on the flank. He is going to have to make up his mind. Does he want to gamble B or clear out the short position? He's going to go for the latter because, again, Hades have moved back down to B. ENCE have left the top site completely open, but it's the perfect read in this round. It could not be better positioned. Spinks can stay party, and if Navi re-aggress mid or come up con, he'll know. Right now, it's never felt more obvious that Navi is stacked down monster and they're going to commit.
Yeah, Madden dropping a molly. They're going to come through. They're going to be up in his face. Madden, oh, the flash leaves him blind only for a moment. And finally, you get some results out of Navi. That's more like it. Pull up into the B site and win every single gunfight along the way. Damn good effort from Madden to do what he could. But ultimately, just overwhelmed. The flashes really did ruin that sight hold there. And so maybe we could have somewhat of a return to normality. But at this point, that kind of question might be out of your hands if you're Navi, Like, I think it's safe to say a lot of either the comms have fallen on deaf ears or it's all gotten a little bit weird. And You know, the mental side of things just is not really there.
Yeah.
Regardless, you know, it's certainly there for ENCE. They've kept pressure on throughout this entire series. They've looked really, really good. And I think even if you did have a resurgence, you're not up against an ENCE that are quaking in their boots at facing you anymore.
Luckily, Navi have done damage in these rounds, so ENCE's money is still pretty busted. It almost feels like a cop-out to say it, but I will. You know, we just need individuals for Navi at this point, right? Bid and Simple was silent all game. Bid just had a round with an entry and a closer, and Simple still pretty quiet. His one pick was, you know, out Monster with 10 seconds, 2 rounds ago, and a round they lost. You know, if we can get back to form, if we can have these opening kills coming through and Navi just getting to run their very clean B executes with, like you said, excellent flashbangs, then yeah, then suddenly you can 9-6 this half and Navi can be sitting pretty. But will that happen? Perfecto looking to make that so. Pick Snappy out through the door. Still 2 M4s in this round. Bit of a resurgence for the individuals could go a long way this Navi roster. However, as you said, no Boots, no Quake. Navi have lost Map. Madden has pushed all the way up to Shortwater. And now if he wants, he can gamble and be left solo B. D has still got Monster under control, but at any point, if Navi keep throwing Util up top, that might draw ENCE out of his box site. Not for long though, Madden's been spotted and dealt a bit of damage. This was always going to be a B play for Navi while Boomich is doing his best to fake out top. Everyone else is heading down lower.
And ENCE have fallen for it, right? Boomich has drawn rotations away from B. Madden's got his work cut out for him. They start to send bodies down now. 20 seconds left. Madden playing around this short smoke. Should get checked here and he will get flushed out. But now you need to get into the site. With time being such an issue, couple of well-placed kills could make all the difference. Hades down in the pit, playing time. And with the swing, it's so much damage. Such a good try. Just snuffed out. Oh, man, I thought he was about to do it to him. 3 for Navi, but it's not clean, it's not comfortable, and one man almost uproots the entire damn thing.
God, beautiful shots for Hades, but yeah, he had to peek that final kill. He heard Bit running his way, and there was not enough time to play the clock. Very nice shots regardless, but still Navi doing their best to build back into this map and series. How is this a headshot, this one? Oh. The micro adjustment, not as easy as he makes it look. And Navi, okay, they found a 3rd round. Bit has been saving them here in this these last couple with opening kills and the closers to boot. 4-5-man mid stack for ENCE. Perfect round to do this, waiting for Navi to commit. But you know what Navi have done? They've walked out Monster, mate. They've read you like a book. And so this will just be a Navi round with ENCE left. Saving or going for exits. And, okay, suddenly, you know, Navi fans don't need to worry just yet. There is certainly a route to a 9-6 half, and that's fine on Overpass. You won't turn your nose up at that opportunity, and Perfecto might find a couple of little kills here down at Com when he hears that ball swing. Shoots him in the back. 3 kills, 4 before he falls, and Snappy, they're going to try and stop him from escaping. Missed shot from Simple's Orb. Snappy now has been given a gun. He's going to try and fight his way out with it. Don't miss this one, Simple.
He's on the angle. He's going to nail that. All right, is able to stop the AK safe, but you know, that's not going to have really any resounding implications here. Still coming in with the full investment. The only thing that you are going to be lacking is armor on Hades, but that's fine, mate. He's donning himself that orb, you know, prioritizing bringing that into the fray. And who can blame him? When we talk about the standout AWPers in this series, the wild part is that Hades is hands down been the man. Don't get me wrong, Mirage might have been quiet, but even then he picked up the pieces towards the end of play, right? It got him mentally kind of back in it for Nuke, where he dominated the show. So we finally get a clash of these AWPers. Bit of util going into the B site, but no commitment from Navi. They pretty much up and leave it in its entirety. Going back to get the bomb. And looking a group for the A play. This is going to leave them in the firing line of the orb. Flashed off the angle. Hades, first man's out and first man's down. It's Bit on the receiving end of that long hold. And he's going to reposition play back inside of the site. and actually reaggress on the toilet side. He's not content with just one kill.
And he might find another. Perfecto peering out of connector. And he's not going to get flashed. There's no flashbangs left. Boomich is there with the bomb. Oh, missed flick. Hades will fall. That's going to give a Perfecto a chance to get this package back under control, but he does need the support of Simple rerouting from long. Flash over the top. Perfecto is ready. Doesn't do enough to stop him in his tracks, but it does imply that there are more players from ENCE ready to go. With that bomb spotted, Navi know they're walking into a setup, and so Diha's going to try and get ahead of that Molotov. He will die. Snappy in the smoke now, buying time, but Simple's hitting some bangers now. That's more like it. 1v2 for Madden, and with the game he's having, do not count him out. No kit, so a plant is everything for Simple. Madden tries to isolate a fight, but he's been re-smoked. He tries to go through, but Simple spams him through the wall. 5 rounds to Navi, and suddenly they have reason to believe yet again.
Yeah, slowly but surely, it's starting to come back together for Navi. Right, you're getting Simple waking up. You're getting Perfecto giving us a great game. He's like the one guy who's kept them at all in this one. Him and Electronic, really, for my money. Some of the openers that we've seen out of Electronic down towards B, I mean, that was really the kills that helped Navi even amount to having a T side. And so we're left with this very weak buy for ENCE to close out the half. Still a chance at the 10-5, but it's going to hinge on winning some of these openers. Perfecto moving up through Con. As mentioned, this has been the point man. This has been the danger man. And with him removed, that's a little bit more breathing room. They feel inspired to try and make a play down here in Con. But it leads to an untradeable kill, a 4-on-4. And Navi can ease back into this default still.
Yeah, it's never been a second player in connector in this entire half, so that's why they're chasing after the frag. Electronic holding B kills one, but Boomich does die, and Simple had to survive there to the Sphinx spray. He had the bomb and the AWP, so rerouting to long to join up with Bits. Meanwhile, Madden all the way through Monster. What Snappy started, he will look to finish, and this is trapped Navi in a box on this A site. Bit's been given a lot of room. But again, it's very awkward. Nothing is safe. He doesn't know about the short side. And ENCE are aware that Navi could be in the bomb site. And so Bit will sit and wait for Simple. But in doing so, giving more time for these rotations to come in. Madden flanking. 2 players in CT now. Diha holds for a close peek. If Bit goes back and kills his flank, that opens up a pathway for Navi and a potential wrap back to B. Time is ticking and Simple sticking. Bit's trying to clear the toilets, but this is again going to happen to Navi. Dead off the plant. Madden now ready for the close player. And Bit, while he reroutes, he's hit a beautiful timing. He's holding his shot till it's clear, till it's clean, and it's anything but that. But a frag now and a 1v2 to close the half for Bit.
Yeah, smoking his way. Tap on the bomb, but he hasn't committed to a fight. He's read this well. Oh, with the swing, dead, and Spinks has a round to close out a 10-5 half in favor of the ENCE squad. They want the victory over Navi, and it feels like it's within reach. It's going to require something magnificent if Navi want to bounce back in that second half of play.
Yeah, they done told me to be myself. So when I went and found myself, the ones who told me back then be true to who I am ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we in high tides. I'ma getting my prize. Only thing my eyes is locked in on 500,000 mine. I want it right now. Don't waste my time. Family in a penthouse. house with a view sky high. Blood, sweat, and tears bring water to my eyes. Cause a whole gang winning, I done gave my life. Odds low, but we did it, ain't we? And we always moving, never on the same thing. Now our lives are highlight reel. We like the thrill, this life's ideal. The hype is real.
We know it, it's just the way we live. We own it, cause that we love the thrill. We know it, it's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. It's just the way we live. We own it, cause that we love the thrill. We know it, it's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. We're grown-up kids. In the dark, stone cold, sinking deeper. We are here. We keep
ENCE have shocked and impressed in this series so far, and it's the new boy on the block, the main man Madden, who's making the magic happen right now on overpass 18-8 by the end of the half, and some seriously aggressive CT rounds for ENCE. They just keep NAVI uncomfortable in this first one. There's a bit of a resurgence from the CIS legends right near the end to give them 5, and maybe with a pistol round, a comeback could be possible. We'll have to see. Fast through connector for ENCE, and Bit's gonna hear every step.
Yeah, he heard them running up, but it's a bit of a fake out of ENCE, right? They make noise like they're recommitting into the A play. In reality, it's this B split. Perfecto, they're getting closer. Has time to get the reload off, but he's still a threat, still a problem. Perfecto puts up numbers in the B hold, a hat trick from the man. And he starts this second half much akin to how he's been throughout the entirety of the map. The guy doing it all.
He has been the hero, hasn't he? Down in con in many of these T rounds, lurking, holding for aggressive plays, but now making the magic happen on the defense as well. ENCE, no bomb plant, but they will force buy up. It's a sign of the times. It's a showing of the confidence with a 10-5 half. We'll see what they try and do with it. Double molly in middle, and Madden goes right through. However, he will be the only man. Don't want to waste smokes on the double molly. Sometimes you'll see one, but rarely the second. Back and toilet is Bit, and Simple on the site with an MP7. He pulled it out in nuke as well. A little more rangy than your typical SMG.
If there was ever going to be a way into the round, it hinges on discovering Bit, who currently is trapped at long toilets. And he had an option to leave, he had a chance to get out, but he doesn't take it. And Madden will capitalize on that free 1v1. No chance at a trade for Navi. There's the opener ENCE were looking for, and no idea as to how many players are lurking back in the toilet. Simple getting aggressive, catches them lining up nades, but his teammates dead back in the site. Bomb drop now, Simple running out of ammo and does get overwhelmed. He takes 2 to the grave with him. Rotation's coming up. Electronic holds the site down. There's more where that came from. Snappy on the angle, but Electronic's going to win the fight. It's a damn good effort from ENCE, but ultimately Navi will see that one through to the very end. And so now with 7 on the board for Navi and an eco to follow for ENCE, this gap is going to get a lot smaller.
It's a respectable force buy, but you're right, that's the danger of it. It just gives this lead less oomph once they get into the gun round. Navi giving me reason to want to play the MP7. Looks pretty nice in the hands of Simple, but most guns do. Back through the molly for Madden. He's been blessed with these mid spawns. And the Deagles again spread out. Bit goes back to the long toilets before that mid-smoke fades. Just misses Madden's timing, but it's fine. Navi want to play the bomb site up against pistols. Don't want to offer guns up in positions they can't hold. Nothing worse than that. It's a bit likely we'll take a shot long and back out. It is the D spam. And they're getting awfully close. Minute on the clock. Nice re-smoke. Jumping shot for Simple. Following up as well. And considering he went 0-8 to start this game, this is a far better showing for him in the second half. 11-11. And, ooh, dead to D here on the short side. Teammate was tucked in on long. Shouldn't be a worry for Navi yet. Closing the gap with these Deagles is going to be easier said than done.
Every peak, so much fear behind it, but in the end, Boomich will tap them back. It's a replay of a pistol round for him, and Simple's dishing out fist bumps. All in all, just looking like a more pleasant man as he's found a bit of a resurgence here in this second half, right? You know, you understand when you're 0-8 down, when you know all the eyes are on you and all anyone's talking about is, oh man, Simple, he's having a mare. You know, he just got #1 in the world and now look at him, 0-8. Ugh. But as he's building back in, you know, maybe that's where the alarm bells are starting to go off for ENCE now, because up until this point, it's kind of felt like a 5v4. And now you have this whole new entity in the server to worry about. Bit getting aggressive over in mid has cut down Madden, who's consistently ran this smoke. It's aggro all across the board, and Hades will reclaim one. That's going to lead them to have to abandon this mid aggro hold. And there is a world where D-Head could get this, but the timing just goes against him. Thanks with the swing, the door opens, and it closes on Boomich in the round. ENCE aren't out of this one yet.
No. They're split still. Hades is going to have to reset through spawn to come back down to B, and Spinks is calling for support as he's walked all the way through Monster. Navi have gambled wrong, but they have left their best player in the map on the B site solo. Molly out. Spinks doesn't hear the pin click, so he knows he has a little more room to move inside of this site. And he's looking to pick Perfecto out for a He's spotted, but a second chance given to Spinks now. Fully sight clear, fully blind at the same time, and he's trying to hound Perfecto down in this corner. He's laying out the red carpet for Hades. Bomb plant will come in, but you can see by the molly on short, ENCE don't know where is safe. And short is getting taken. Bit coming down on that con rotate right now. Hades will just sit on the bomb. Spinks with a backstab, nice reroute to take down Bit. This would be a 2-on-4 for ENCE to lock Navi out of their first gun round. Electronic falls in, Bit of spam, gonna try and chase the kill, but now he's all that stands and the flick isn't there in time. It's all Spinks, 4 frags on the B site, and they save themselves in a clutch round for ENCE.
I'm lost for words, man. With how that started, Navi, they found 2 in middle. They were 5-on-3. And that should have really been the round from that point on in. You know, a 2-on-4 out of the 2 remaining players. Spinks with phenomenal timings on his flank up through the short side. The decision to even come back and help from Monster instead of sticking to his guns. Everything about it. So much intent, so decisive in every decision he made. And he's in the flow state right now, man. You can feel it. It all feels so clear to him.
Navi start 4B in this round, and what a call for ENCE to run long. Look at the space they're taking. Bit's going to hear the steps eventually, but they start walking as soon as they get to Danger Town. Simple won't know how close these teams are, and look at the surprise on his face. 1 frag and immediately traded. Bit turns, he could add a kill. They were looking the wrong way, and they still are, and so he shall. 3-on-4, but that's not going to hold ENCE back yet. They have control of the site, and Spinks is coming into late stab Bit. If they can keep his attention, this kill is big. There it is, and now the path is opened up for a short plant. Boomich is trying to get involved. It's a fake tap for now. Players shooting through smokes. Boomich running him down, but they've heard the pickup of the gun, and he will get the kill. All for Boomich. Perfecto helps him, and Spinks tucked in close with all the time in the world.
There's the swing, and Perfecto. It's clean, man. It's clean. Boomich as well being on a CZ might have been the biggest blessing in a very unique way. He felt so free in that one, right? Like he's just running through smokes. He knows that if he's going to play into the round, it's got to be wild. It's got to be unpredictable.
And after they kill his teammate at bank, they completely discount Boomich there.
Really nice idea behind the whole play. Like I think Simple's face kind of told the whole story, right? That look of, oh, there's three there, right? Didn't know they could have got so deep up long, did I? Reassuring that Na'Vi are able to still win that out in spite of how it starts. You know, the Na'Vi from earlier in the day, they would have folded almost immediately.
Yeah.
And so we are seeing signs of a recovery arc.
I mean, you even saw the change for Snappy as well. Like at 9-1, ENCE were laughing because they were just popping off and everyone was having great moments. Everyone was getting involved. And then Na'Vi went a couple of gun rounds in a row on the T side and you start to see like ENCE, you know, change their vibe, realize, okay, this is still the best team in the world. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We're having a great game, but these can come back very quickly. However, ENCE, the calling hasn't looked scared despite that fact. The long rush last round and even walking out Monster into a buy for Na'Vi. They just eat the flash, they don't fire a shot, they get closer. Two players caught by surprise, but Electronic swings in and saves his leader. Hades will manage to dig out one on the top site, but 3 on 4, and ENCE have got one guy running up. The bomb is going to leave, but this will take so long to get back to the top site. Hades probably won't survive all this time. 3 health. And Na'Vi, they're at the gate.
Yeah, you're asking an awful lot of Hades. You know, you're saying don't die, but also get us a route into the site, please. It's miraculous that he's still alive even now, but all good things must come to an end. And with that, the bomb now cut loose as well. Diha left in what should be an undoable round, and there's the swing. Perfecto, the man to close yet another round in the favor of Na'Vi. Na'Vi fans everywhere, wiping the sweat off from their brow. They're feeling their squad starting to turn back up. ENCE are noticing it as well. They don't like what they see.
And now A-Stream spoilers as well, G2. They have been knocked to that lower bracket, Harry.
Ooh.
Like we said, we don't want 2 of the top teams in the group to be down there with only 1 spot for the Spodek, but ENCE, they don't care what the expectation is. They still want to close this series. It won't be in this round, though. Just digs out. Should be an equalizer. Oh, we've seen these digs do damage before, though. And as that Molly combo was a problem for Na'Vi in the first half, it will be the same for ENCE. However, no one from Na'Vi wants to throw themselves into short, not with so many pistols firing off. Focused faces for Na'Vi, but a boost up for ENCE could catch this player on barrels. Electronic moving around right now, and thank goodness that falls apart. That could have been Madden's opener. Electronic doesn't know how close he got to death, but instead flashed in from his in-game leader and picks Spinks out of the party. 5 on 4, bomb going back up, Diha taking some long control, and Hades trying to keep up this appearance on B.
Yeah, Na'Vi still have a double defense though up in A, right? In the 5 on 4 up against pistols, you ain't feeling a pressure to rotate. Not one bit. And so these guys have been here the entire damn time, just waiting, rubbing their hands together, hoping that they get given a peek soon. Simple will get given one, and then one to the dome. Bit over at long, just trying to stay alive, just trying to be a threat and buy time for Boomich, but he does get deeked out. Boomich out of ammo. He does manage to get away. Snappy will get the plant at least. All 3 up through CT, and Snappy falls on the swing. It's a tie game now. Na'Vi up to 11, and this puts us in a very interesting point of time. With Na'Vi now well and truly back in the swing of things, if ENCE can still dig deep and pull this one back, that is where they deserve countless props, man. It would have been all too easy if this ended, 2-1 with a quiet Na'Vi on overpass to write it off and say, oh, well, Na'Vi looked really out of it. That was not the Na'Vi we've seen. Now they're having this resurgence, and so this is where Snappy's got to come up with solutions, and if they do close it out, they deserve all the props in the world.
Yeah, all the more credit, right? It's been a recovery from what was a 9-1 for ENCE. It takes party control. He's been here before, though, and should be aware of this one. They're even jump spotting it. Snappy may have even seen his head there. Bit so focused on the crosshair. Does Snappy know? He seems like it, but Bit's cleaned him up. Doesn't drop the smoke, switches off instead, and goes back for it the second time around. Is he going to regroup? Oh my god, he gets aggressive.
That's a
and
flick.
Hades was waiting for him. Nice shot. He was not ready for that kind of play. 4-on-4. ENCE been given away in to take this A control. They come up connector at the same time with a molly to push back what is often an AWPing angle. Simple instead sits in the site. Progresses to toilets. Electronic on long. Got your power duo of Navi on A for ENCE to get through. But Madden has been the man of the hour for ENCE. Clearing his corners methodically. This is a very dangerous spot for Simple to AWP at. And so he won't remain. Electronic re-aggresses, and Diha jumps up. Oh my god, just saw him in time. Catches that kill. Simple now backs up. He knows they could be close, and he spotted them.
Yeah, now that he's got that info and Electronic's here to help, this is a very tricky crossfire to get past. Simple and Electronic playing it together, but Electronic's been wiped clean. Boomich trying to reclaim lost ground, but everyone inside of this A site falters. It's Madden clean on the openers again. Now just Perfecto left to beat, and Madden's gonna deliver the goods. ENCE keep that lead. They're not ready to give it to Navi yet. 12-11, and with how close some of these rounds have been, Navi, it's not super clear cut here. It's probably a partial investment, and that's going to give room to this ENCE squad to get a bigger berth in this game. They're actually force buying down. They've got an AWP on Simple. They've got guns in play. But mate, if they lose this one, suddenly it's 13-11, onto an eco, and at that point, ENCE could look to run away with this game. Right now, they are in pole position, and they are right where they want to be.
What a firepower injection for this roster of ENCE to have Madden in, right? It didn't, like we said earlier, it didn't feel like he was, you know, super comfortable in the first couple of games. He had some quiet performances, even on the wins for ENCE, but now, when they need him most, he's shown exactly what we've been seeing from this guy for the last couple of years, right? Incredible game out of the guy. 3 kills to break back Navi's money. And one more round for ENCE would put Navi on the back foot, certainly. They clear long. They've had this position for free many a time. Navi are reading the situation correctly with 3 on top. And already running out of util. They're going to have to win this before it comes to a retake. Navi want to take this round away. Oh, Hades, he picked Simple last time as well, coming out of the bank. He just spotted Simple cross back into the bomb site. Ollie's going everywhere. Got to find a safe place to hide. Simple feels insured with his teammates covering. He hits the first shot. It follows up with a peek from short, and Boomich there with a bait and switch will turn it on. It's only Hades now. Running back, looking to save his own cash. In a 1-on-5, they have dispatched Bit to chase him down. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's getting wrapped from long. Knife out, mate. He's screwed. Wanting to take it all away at Navi. And a bit of a taste of ENCE's own medicine, as they're now the ones kind of entering a tricky spot in terms of the money. You know, I don't even like talking about it so much, but mate, it does get so important when you're this deep in the game. You know, when you're 12-12 in a tied third map, economy can be the big decider. You can't get away from it. Coming through with the investment. Got a Mach 10 on Snappy. Maybe hinting at something a little bit faster. It frees him up to take a bit more space.
Yeah, Snappy's also a sick Mach 10 player. That's something that's like slept on quite a lot. He's often the guy doing that for his team going in first. But yeah, he's definitely not held back by this weapon. And I like the buy for ENCE, especially when you have these back and forth rounds. Yes, Navi may have just taken a flawless one, but ENCE still know that, you know, Navi's money is on the precipice of getting reset. So let's see if we see a faster approach towards the B site, perhaps at least taking that short water away. ENCE probably wondering, how did Navi have 3 on the A site? It wasn't off of aggression, it was just off of a read. Oh my god, this is a heaven smoke. Do they want to execute off the bat? Out they go through the smoke. Perfecto's flash, but he still gets one. Electronic doubles up. Blinded is every player of NAVI, but that will not stop them in their goal. 5-on-2 now. A harrowing round dealt to ENCE. And while they've won 2-on-4s before, they just don't have position in this one.
Oh, missed shot for Simple. Now they know about Snappy. Now they've got him locked in, and Simple's even hunting him down. It's another swing and a miss from this CT AWP. But is it going to come to matter?
Ooh. Chill. Ooh, fire enough shots, one of them might hit.
They can just keep replenishing this util. That's all they've been doing, right? Oh. Denying the push in. And Hades has got no choice left but to walk monster. Bomb now dropped, and they know that Snappy's been at short this whole damn time. Simple's fired a good 30 rounds his way. And is looking for the closer, which he will eventually land. 13-12, and that was such a key round. An attempt from ENCE and Snappy to change the pace, right? Calls the B rush. But it ends up leaving them looking a little desperate now. That was not the answer. That was not the golden goose they hoped it would be.
Yeah, a little halfy now for ENCE. Tech-9's, Deagles, lots of utils still. NAVI starting to wake up right at the end of this series. Again, B-centered round. It's going to check that long aggression because ENCE have many a time run up long or had that for free. And talking of free, there's a gun for Spinks now found in the water. He's got to watch out for these nades that NAVI have lineups for. They keep dunking him tunnel, but ENCE are looking like they want to commit again through the monster smoke. It's not worked before. This time it could though. Cover is good. Rubic gets one, but he's dinked up low. Perfecto's on the pistol to close the round. Oh, ENCE, they were, you know, tempted in by that opening kill. But going through the monster smokers met them with nothing but death in this T side. Doesn't matter. Wipe it off. Forget about it. Go into your gun round. But this is it for ENCE. Do or die. They've had an incredible series here, but it could all be for nothing. They could be pushed to that lower bracket if NAVI shut out this one rifle round.
Yeah, this is the moment for the game, really, if you're NAVI. Smoke in mid, and Spinks chance at something here. Simple nearby to trade, good spacing, so as to not just get sprayed down by Spinks on the short wrap. And he even takes the space as well, playing around the smoke in the tunnel. There is someone waiting on the other side. Locked in a fight he doesn't know he's taken just yet is Simple. And Snappy will start to bow out. Madden has opened up into A. The bomb back in T-spawn, and Madden at least gets removed. That's a big sigh of relief now for NAVI. They try to take short back, but Simple's still here, and he won't let up. In with a second. Hades and Snappy are worlds apart, and before they even figure out where this is hoping to end up, where this wants to go, they've got to grab that bomb. Hades maybe going to attempt to wrap through CT, but he's been spotted. Oh, that's clean, but couldn't do a thing. And that's going to trigger the rotation. Yeah. This is heard. They know that both players are moving up, but the bomb's still back in T-spawn. Snappy only just retrieving it. He would have loved to have been faster at getting into B, because that is his intention here. And if Hades can get out, if Hades can slip away, oh, maybe, just maybe, they're going to have a chance at the 2-on-2 in this post plant. Moving into the B site now is Snappy. Bomb in tow. It's going to get planted. NAVI hear the util, so they start to head down as well. Where has Hades gotten to, they wonder? Where's he going? He's wrapped through Con and is set up to play around the bomb on the short side. This reposition, this could make or break the round for ENCE. Hades has done so well to make this happen. And now him and Snappy is IGL. Just Hades. cut down by Perfecto, who once again closes out another pivotal moment for Navi. 15 to their name. And they get that 2-on-2 over the line after all.
Oh, even when the firepower trio of Navi are down and out, it's incredible to see Perfecto step up like this in such an important matchup. He has been fragging all game long. Navi, they had Simple Bit and Electronic 0-5, 0-6 in the earlier this game when ENCE were up 9-1, but Perfecto has now hit 31 kills.
Yeah, I mean, dude, think about, you know, like Navi, we always used to say, oh, Simple and Electronic, that's the big firepower duo. Combined, they're at 35 kills. Perfecto is at 31 on his own. Like, to say he is the reason why this is even the score, I feels like an understatement.
Yeah.
He was the only guy keeping rounds afloat early on Overpass, and if this had ended up being a far more dominant first half, ENCE would have just run away with it. So Navi owe him everything, and now they need to finish what he started.
Boomage has also locked in a lot of these B holds with Perfecto, right, side by side, doing this double monster hold when ENCE have been going, especially on eco, but even in some gun rounds have popped through monster smokes. Like Navi have had Perfecto and Boomage multi-killing every single time. These B rushes have not gotten out of control at all in the CT side. ENCE, this is it. They've still got Navi have 3 more chances to close. ENCE have to get 3 just to reset the clock yet again. If they are to lose, they go down to face Astralis, and I certainly favor ENCE in that matchup, given what I've seen today. But they don't want to even think about the future. Right now, this game is still a potential. Snappy is trying to make it a reality. Takes out the big Perfecto through the smoke, and Hades picks Boomage on that long aggression. 5-on-3, and a must-close round for ENCE.
Gamble's getting taken, info play is getting made, and that's only going to reward Snappy's patience further. Madden's all the way down long while this has happened, and the B side's fallen. Snappy, he decides, instead of telling everyone else where to go to win, I'll make it happen. I'll seek the glory. And he's found it down towards this lower site. Simple's even getting wrapped. He's only got 3 players in front of him and 2 behind. It only takes Spinks to close it out with a tap. And ENCE giving it all they've got. They do not want to let this opportunity slip on by.
Yeah, the candle burns for 1 more round at least, and ENCE, no reason to stop giving it all your all right now, even getting Hades and AWP off of Simple's dead body, so that's nice. And, you know, out of the 2 rounds Navi have left to close, this is the better of the 2. Their next buy will not be pretty, so got to close it here and now. Otherwise, ENCE, they have got wind in their sails yet again. Pushing through a Molotov? Electronic, that's a ballsy move. Didn't even smoke it, just dropped it for his team. He spams a smoke and he fails, waits for Simple to come and join him. We might have this closed door open. Yeah, Simple spots it. Just playing with ENCE right now, just trying to slow down this approach so Navi can delay it with utility when it comes to the hit. I said their B deny rounds have been really, really clean, and they're leaning into it again. 4 players on B. They run boost Simple, almost hit Spinks on the cross as the smoke fades, but still ENCE keep up 5. Meanwhile, it's just a full default. They're working at the same time. Not getting any fights there as Navi do just have Bit solo, but he's called for his in-game leader.
Oh, man.
Oh! Beautiful.
Okay, that's the opener from this AWP. And he's waiting. He's waiting for a reswing. Will he get given it? Because Electronic is close. Or Bit, rather. Ooh, repositioning now. Bombs come up to join him. Hades secured the 5-on-4 out of the gate, and only 1 man left to get past up in this A site. Bit out with the swing. That's the bomb. With 20 seconds left, that's pretty important. They've got to go get it. They've got to go retrieve it, and luckily enough, all the kills come in on this upper site. It's running through. There's no nades to stop the plant, so no danger there. NAVI, they're going to have to save in this one. They're going to have to concede 14 to ENCE. The only way that they're looking pretty in this next round is if they keep these 2 players alive. I imagine ENCE understand the gravity of the save too. You can bet that they're going to send someone out to hunt.
Yeah, they've got the reason to do it, right? Going into round 30, ENCE are not going to have any problem buying up, so definitely worth losing players here on the exit. D here's going to have a little poke. Right now it's spots of Navi. It seems like they will at least bring these weapons into the follow-up. And suddenly the buy isn't that bad. as Navi get away with this save. They can have 4 rifles. But ENCE, even with their backs against the wall, with a lower bracket welcoming them with open arms, Snappy continues to lead this team to more rounds, to more chances, and maybe to an overtime. 1 round separating us from that fact in the 3rd map. Can we get there, though?
Timeout, right? Everyone needs one. We all need one. Both teams can benefit from this. A little momentum break. Maybe it's just what the doctor ordered. Blade chiming in with some choice words to Navi right now. They've got their work cut out for them. This is their worst investment out of any of the 3 chances they've had to get this game over the line.
Got a top fragger on an MP9. Selfless stuff for Perfecto. What are the spawns like? Simple does have the best mid spawn. It's not a crazy one, but it's enough to go for a Fountain Peak if he wants. So let's see if he does. He started a lot of these last few rounds on B. In he goes. Just misses that cross. Again, Madden, the man in the playground. He's been there every time. Nade stack. Navi have never played that boost in this city half, so it's met back with utility. Perfecto, MP9 because he's playing close monster. Simple, oh my god, doesn't even fire. Madden gets out long, and Simple's got to go back for a 2nd time. But Madden sees the AWP, and he wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're just thinking, like, why take the risk, right? Simple might look very, very tamed in this series, might have been pretty quiet for the most part, but that's the thing about him. He still carries a tremendous amount of weight with this weapon, and you just don't want to give him the opportunity to have his one big moment in round 30. So they're going to look at this B site with desire in their eyes and maybe courage in their hearts. They're setting up outside of B.
Oh, please wait the smoke.
Yeah, every time they've tried to go through, they've been turned to dust. And so they will give it the respect in this round. Re-smoke in. Re-smoke. That's going to cause you some problems, right? It's going to leave you with like a kind of round about the 20-second mark on this push. Player going into con, Madden spotted, and Simple just saw him leaving. So at this point now, you know it was destined to be the B play.
Oh, no.
Churned up. The bomb dropped it short. Both these players trapped in Monster, and Perfecto runs them down. The full 30 rounds are needed, but Navi will get it over the line. 2-1, and Perfecto, consistent throughout the whole damn thing, deserves a world of thanks.